barking, and they're trying to do a real news segment and do real news, and then they get these real low ratings, and like, well, what do we have to do? And like, oh, well, you got to show cute little puppy dogs, basically, entertain people to death. And their ratings went up, and that's what they learned, and that's how people are now. I mean, they get the news that they deserve. You know what I'm saying?
Ironically, though, mainstream news now has very low ratings compared to a few years ago. People are switching off the TVs and drones. Millions of people in the United States are cancelling their cable. It's starting to get kind of tense out there. People haven't got TV to distract them anymore. Well, some of them do.
Well, you're an optimist, that's for sure. It has been recently. There are more and more people that are tuning out. Even relatives, they'll still, turn it on once in a while. But I am hearing more about friends and family that say, I'm just done with the tube. It's just nothing. Most of the movies are, garbage. The music is garbage. So, and it's going to the internet, and that's why you're seeing the noose getting tighter and tighter. I mean, literally every day. I mean, you and I both are, we're knee deep in news, so we know that this is happening. All these different laws, in Australia, and it's always in the guise of protecting and saving the children and whatnot, And you lost your freedoms. So I mean, you're not. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to.
Well, it's coming down to chocolate and vanilla, right? You've had chocolate all your life. You love it. It's great. You wouldn't have any other ice cream. And then all of a sudden there's this new flavor come out called vanilla. And you're wondering, maybe I might just give it a try. Or do I say to myself, no, I'm a chocolate man. I've had it all my life and I don't want to try anything else. Now, that's the kind of thing, it's like the old dogs and new tricks saying.
Right.
People have basically, their minds have been warped into old dogs.
And it's like what you said in the beginning about the choices. You want choice A or choice B. Well, they're coming from the same person. Both both options are coming from the same person. So you don't really have. It's an illusion of options. It's an illusion of choices.
I mean, seriously, it's like Shiva offering you 4 chocolates and spinning them all around and stuff and saying, which one do you want, which one do you want? It's just like, I can't even point at the one that I want. Right. Yeah. Anyway, more cupcake jokes after the show, ladies and gentlemen. After the break, sorry. We'll be right back. Zachary Baker from GGNonline.com.
Are you suffering from issues related to angina pain, high blood pressure, congestive heart failure, unbalanced cholesterol, irregular heartbeats, clogged arteries? If so, you are not alone. Millions of people are suffering from one or more of these problems. If you'd like to live your life free of sickness, pain, and fear, live your life with increased vitality, energy, and youthfulness, and experience your body healing itself, then this might be the most important message you'll ever hear. An effective 100% organic nutritional supplement is now available. Heart and Body Extract is an exclusive formula of wild-crafted and organic herbs. It is extremely effective and starts to work within days. Get your Heart and Body Extract today by visiting heartandbody.com or by calling 866-295-5305, 866-295-5305, or heartandbody.com.
Do you realize every day we are being put under constant stress from wireless radiation? What's worse is that you don't even know that it's happening. It puts as much stress on our body as if we had a constant viral infection, draining our energy and sapping our strength, or just making us irritable and fatigued. These wireless fields are being emitted from computers, microwaves, mobile phones, power lines, and any electrical appliance. Now there is a solution. A group of research engineers in in New Zealand have come up with an active shielding device that shields you from wireless radiation at a cellular level. Blue Shield comes in 3 models, a household, portable, and USB that plugs into any computer. The great thing about Blue Shield is it is very affordable and guaranteed to last. A one-off purchase will see you being protected for years to come. Visit AmericanFreedomRadio.com and click on the Blue Shield banner. Blue Shield, brought to you by the VinneyEastwoodShow.com.
But there's a reason. There's a reason. There's a reason for this. There's a reason education sucks, and it's the same reason that it will never, ever, ever be fixed. It's never going to get any better. Don't look for it. Be happy with what you got. Because the owners of this country don't want that. I'm talking about the real owners now. The real owners, the big wealthy business interests that control things and make all the important decisions. Forget the politicians. The politicians are put there to give you the idea that you have freedom of choice. You don't. You have no choice. You have owners. They own you. They own everything. They own all the important land. They own and control the corporations. They've long since bought and paid for the Senate, the Congress, the state houses, the city halls. They got the judges in their back pockets. And they own all the big media companies, so they control just about all of the news and information you get to hear. They spend billions of dollars every year lobbying to get what they want.
This is Sean David Morton, the host of Strange Universe Radio, and I've achieved worldwide fame for my predictions about the stock market and the global economy. Years of economic earthquakes have shaken our confidence in stocks, real estate, currencies, even the stability of nations. Our country teeters on the brink of seeming economic wreck and ruin. Everybody asks me one question: what can I do? Gold's the one investment that preserves and grows real wealth in today's debt-addicted world. Rising government spending and taxes and inflation almost guarantee higher gold prices for years to come. You can protect your family and your future, even if a tidal wave of inflation devalues our dollar. Your first step to safety from the financial storm ahead is to read Swiss America's fantastic new white paper called Remaking Money. It's free when you call 800-289-2646. That's 800-BUY-COIN. Or go to SwissAmerica.com and download the new amazingly cool Swiss America app on iTunes. That's 800-289-BUY-COIN. Call Swiss America, the gold standard.
Welcome to the world's meeting place. American.
Practically narcotic.
Freedom.
Oh, yes. I like very much.
Radio.
You're an American institution.
American Freedom Radio.
Listen to Time for Him, hosted by Casper Leach. Afternoons, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Central. Only on American Freedom Radio.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Vinney Eastwood Show. The lighter side of genocide, because in a world so full of chaos and madness, if you lose that sense of humour, you'll go friggin' nuts. And by goodness, are there some nuts people in the truth movement? Anybody who has a YouTube channel or has been doing anything, anywhere, anytime, will come across these people. And even if you're not the one doing it, if you're the one watching them and commenting and all of that kind of stuff, you will see all of these comments. They're just people who are complete craziness, throwing out accusations that have absolutely no basis of any kind in reality with zero supporting evidence, and then you call them on it and they say, well, I'm just asking questions, if you got something against it, something ask questions, bro, for goodness sake, calm down. It's not that big a deal. It's just the end of the world. What's the point going around and attacking everybody else? Why don't you make something of yourself instead of trying to bring somebody else down? Zachary Baker is my guest from GGOnline.com, the global government news network, news for the North American Union. And why did you make the North American Union your issue? I mean, is it something about you served, you love your country, etc., you want to protect its borders and, perhaps not see them merged into some uber super state which will destroy your entire country's sovereignty and inflate the currency and give all the wealth to the hands of private bankers? Is that about right?
Well, to be honest with you, it was kind of a play on words, being sarcastic. Most people don't want to admit. They see, global government news. What the H is this? It's and in the North American Union, it exists. Yet, people don't want to acknowledge it. So I just put it out there like that.
Do you have a Spanish and French affiliates, perhaps?
Oh, not yet, but we're working on it.
It would actually be an idea. Let's say, for example, the New World Order wants one company that's like a global syndicate, right, to control all media. And at the moment, they've just got the illusion of separate companies, but they're all working together, really. They're certainly not going to destroy each other unless the say-so is given. So what about we? And the royal we, everybody in the Truth Movement and all these eclectic websites or anything like that, I think collectively, just by themselves and their own volition, wherever they are in the world or whatever they're doing with their websites, whatever news they're reporting, has by proxy created the exact countermeasure that will be necessary to overthrow the current mainstream media. Yeah, because it's armed with a weapon that is very powerful and very difficult to get rid of. It's the truth.
Yes, people are attracted to the truth, and unfortunately for our generation, we have the internet, and it's an amazing thing. I mean, to be able to sit here and talk to you all the way in New Zealand and here in the United States, it is a powerful tool, and I don't want to say coming together is in a big, love, joy, peace fest, but just recently somebody asked me to work on something. On YouTube, there's someone called Dutch Sense, and he does weather modification and whatnot, and, they asked me, you could be little news, just puts it all together, and you can do this, and someone can do that. So I'm working on that right now. So,
yes, and this is the world of the truther, man. You do something by yourself, and then all of a sudden a couple of other people who do stuff by themselves start talking to each other, and then they wind up organizing themselves together and making something together, right? Without having to rely on each other per se, because, doing my own thing here, I need support and what have you, and just in general, but in terms of the day-to-day runnings of the website, everything's sweet as, right? But when an idea comes up where you think about how many other things you can do that you simply don't have time, and other people show up and they wind up fulfilling those roles. Every time you need somebody to, they somehow turn up.
Yeah, life is strange like that. It is.
I kind of see us as sort of like rocks in the stream of the universe, right? The rock will just sit there, and the universe will just make its way around it.
Yeah, it is crazy how people kind of meet. Like you were saying before, one of my best friends is, excuse me, I just met him at a political rally, and I was with somebody else. Never knew that this guy was going to be my best friend, but we both came with the same idea, which is basically, you can call it liberty or freedom, whatever, sovereignty, and that brought us together. And ever since then, we've both grown with our perception of reality, our views on life. Things that we thought one thing, now it's changed. And we wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for collaborating of ideas. So yeah. It applies with the media too, and alternative media. It'll get better. It'll get bigger, I think, as long as we can. They don't clamp down on it too much too soon. I think it will grow enough to where they're not going to be able to stop it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I see that the media itself, online at least, has become very influential, to the point where it's number one on Google searches. Even though Google downgrades them, they still go back up to number one, kind of thing. We really are winning the war online. And it just begs the question, what kind of measure do they have to take in order to stop us that won't have a massive public backlash?
Oh, you're getting into the realm of false flag conspiracy type situations, possibly cyber attacks. They've played that off before. Just recently in the United States, claiming that a water facility for drinking water, and that was shut down due to Russian cyber attack. And it came down that it was all false, not even true. But something similar to that would be enough reason to just basically pull the plug on it. The kill switch, as I think Obama calls it.
Oh, my God. So, let me get this